The iconic Golden Gate, Alcatraz, cable cars, and the crookedest street in the world. That's one version. But there's another San Francisco Bay Area, a place stranger, more beautiful, steeped in history, and far away from everything. This is the Bay Area the postcards miss, the parts most people simply don't know about. And as someone who has lived here my whole life, I can help you find these spots. So how about we go to my favorite spots that are within 60 minutes of San Francisco. These are spots you shouldn't miss because once you visit them, you'll never look at the Bay the same way again. What do you say we start where nobody else does? If you want to see what actually keeps the Bay Area alive, you come to the Port of Oakland. Right here at Middle Harbor Shoreline, container ships the size of, skyscrapers glide in under tug, and you feel, literally, the bass of their engines, and you smell a little bit like diesel and salt. Now, everyone thinks San Francisco is the port, and yeah, it was at one time. In fact, my grandmother's sister, Auntie Katz, met her husband, Uncle Carlo, working on the docks 100 years ago. But that San Francisco, that port, it is long gone. When container shipping took off in the late 50s and early 60s, Oakland was ready. And by the 70s, the real work of the Bay, the shipping industry, had quietly moved across the water. It was more convenient, more land was available, and it was closer to rail. Now, this park sits right where you can get a really great view of what's going on. And there are some other views from here that are well worth your time. So yeah, don't skip the Golden Gate Bridge, but make sure to come here because here is where the Bay, it still works for a living. If you really want to get below the surface of the Bay Area, this next place, the Albany Bulb, it's a place you should come visit. It is a peninsula that juts into the water that was once landfill. The backstory here is that people used to live here. They squatted, people who had nowhere else to go. And they used the trash that was here, created art and created shelters and created a community. Today, those people are gone. And the thing that blows me away is that today, still, people come out to the Albany Bulb, they scavenge, and they build art today. And I guess what they're doing is honoring those people from so long ago. Read up on this place. Maybe watch the video that I made on this place. I'll link it below. Because when you sit on a bench or a cracked slab of concrete and listen to the wind and the waves and realize what went on here, it's gonna leave a mark. The most valuable land in the Bay Area is the land that we didn't build on. And to find some of that, you're going to cross the bridge into Marin County, you're going to drive through a town called Fairfax, and you're going to start climbing. Suddenly, the world drops away. No houses, no cul-de-sacs, just wind, fog, and your heartbeat. Locals call this the Big Empty, and it's tucked below Mount Tamalpais. It looks untouched because it is untouched. This is Marin Municipal Water District watershed land and Mount Tamalpais State Park land. Now, because the county gets its drinking water from here, it is protected. There is no building here, and that's why it is so empty. You're going to find scrub oaks and grasslands and redwoods. There are ravines and trails that you can hike. The hawks are going to ride the thermals, and if you're lucky, you're going to see the fog spilling over Mount Tamalpais like a slow avalanche. Every time I come here, my pulse, it slows down. The notifications on the phone stop. The fact that this place exists so close to San Francisco is mind-bending. I love it. Make time to come, hike, and enjoy the Big Empty because it is a singular experience so close to San Francisco Bay. We're halfway through, 3 down, 3 to go. And if you actually explore these places and do kind of this experience, what you're going to find is you're going to be all over the San Francisco Bay Area. And it'll give you a really great overview in a way that you wouldn't get if you just kind of stayed around the major tourist attractions. So yeah, just another reason to kind of get out and do this type of thing. Berkeley means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. It's coffee, it's protests, it's football, it's bread. But tucked behind the Greek theater is something most locals never see, and that is the University of California Botanical Garden. It is 34 acres of steep canyon and global plant life. One minute you're in a redwood forest, the next in a South African desert. I mean, I'm not kidding. It smells like a dozen climates colliding, pine and sage and desert dust. It was started way back in 1890, and it is one of the most diverse living collections in the United States. Now, they don't market it much, and maybe that's why you've never heard of it. You half expect to see a group of grad students kind of fighting over the origin of some specific plant. So this is not a tourist spot, but it is a spot deserving of your attention. Come to Berkeley, check this place out, tour the campus. I mean, this is an important area of the Bay Area, and being in Berkeley is a great way to spend a few hours of your time. A few miles away, the noise, it fades away. Freeways, tech campuses, million-dollar homes, they're nowhere to be found. And suddenly you're standing on the edge of the San Francisco Bay. This is the Baylands Nature Preserve in Palo Alto. Nearly 2,000 acres of open water, salt marsh, and sky. 15 miles of trails and one of the best bird watching spots on the bay. The first time I came here, I thought I'd taken a wrong turn. Office parks are right over there. This is what Silicon Valley paved over. And somehow this area still exists. But the thing that is amazing about this place, when you come here, if you close your eyes and think about going back 250 years or so, this is what the whole bay was like. And visiting here and taking that in and getting a feel for what San Francisco Bay was like so long ago, it's definitely worth the trip. If you made it this far into the video, I think you're going to appreciate what's behind me. It is a historical marker. And Juan Bautista de Anza, he was an explorer before California was California. I'm in San Mateo, and San Mateo is about, 12, 15 miles from the San Francisco area. And Bautista camped here on his way back from San Francisco. And another group of Spanish explorers or settlers camped here on their way into San Francisco to settle the mission and to settle the Presidio, or to start the Presidio. So I'm here in this residential neighborhood, and it seems like nothing much happened here. But something happened here that was so important to San Francisco, the Bay Area, California. And the area is nondescript. But right here is kind of the birthplace of the San Francisco Bay Area. So yeah, the postcards got it half right. The Golden Gate, Alcatraz, the cable cars, they're the faces of the Bay. I love this area. I love California. And I want you to be able to go below the surface a little bit, to get off of the beaten track and to find some spots that you're probably not familiar with. If you live here, or maybe you have a little bit more time to explore these spots, take the time to do it, because I guarantee you're not going to be sorry. I'm Nick with Hidden California. Thanks for exploring with me, and I'll see you in the next Hidden Corner of the State.